that certain people can't even be around you because your energy is so strong. Vibrate so high that anybody that's wishing to do evil upon you, it shall be revealed. Vibrate so high that any evil entity feels uncomfortable in your presence. Vibrate so high that certain people can't even be around you because your energy is so strong. Vibrate so high that anybody that's wishing to do evil upon you, it shall be revealed. Vibrate so high that any evil entity feels uncomfortable in your presence. Vibrate so high that certain people can't even be around you because your energy is so strong. Vibrate so high that anybody that's wishing to do evil upon you, it shall be revealed. Vibrate so high that any evil entity feels uncomfortable in your presence. Vibrate so high.
Salute, man. We back at it, man. It's your boy Cross. What's up, King of New Jersey, Brianna Lit, Danny, people that came in and stopped by. Salute to y'all, man. Man, I got one. I'm not going to be on here long-winded, but this is bothering me, y'all. Like, this one right here done really got to me. So, let me tell y'all what happened. And salute to everybody, first and foremost, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, that notification bell. Let me know what y'all want me to play. Salute to the people that supporting this whole brand and pushing this brand. I appreciate y'all. We got a lot more stuff coming up. Y'all go and subscribe to my man, King of New Jersey. We just got a lot of stuff going on. We building. Shout out to my boy Dewberry, my man Dewberry, CW, all of them doing great things. Y'all saw them with Mayweather. They doing big things. Big things are coming right now, coming away. So salute to everybody. Salute. We got Hood Blogger in the building. Salute, Hood Blogger.
Cross, much love and respect. Salute.
Man, salute to you, man. I appreciate you coming on here yesterday, man. I know you tired. My man, he worked nights, but he came on here to bless the panel, and I appreciate him coming on here.
Really do. I appreciate you having me. When I woke up, I'm like, oh, man, I hope I ain't miss it. But that was perfect timing.
Yeah, perfect timing. So let me break this down for you, Hood, and I want you to understand this. So this one we're going to talk about ain't going to be too long, but I got you, boy. So I want you to check this one right here is about. Let me get this Born real fast.
Born in the building.
Yeah, Born is in the building right now. Salute Born. I think this is the one. Yeah, I think this is the one. So that being said, this is coming out of Oklahoma. So again, we talk about how kids are mistreated, things are being done. So in this situation, this is a youth Oklahoma. I want to say he was a softball, baseball coach or something like that, youth. But anyway, the mother, I guess, ended up being cool with him. We got King of New Jersey in the building. Salute, King.
Salute. My boy, the Hood Blogger, SV Twiz.
Yes, sir. So yeah, so Born, I know you on here and I know you working, but yeah. I want you to peep this out. So this is a guy that was a youth softball coach. The mother came cool with him. I guess they worked together. He got in an argument at a bar. She takes him home. As she takes him home, I guess she must leave or come back and walk in the room. He's in there because we got to say it, S.A.N., assaulting a 12-year-old. Come to find out, the 12-year-old comes out and says, hey, I've been messing with him. He started messing with me when I turned 12 years old. But here's the thing to it, and I want y'all to peep this out. And again, we got to watch what we say on here. But peep this out, y'all.
Daughter being raped by a man with HIV, Oklahoma cops say. A 39-year-old HIV-positive man is accused of repeatedly raping a girl beginning when she was 11, Oklahoma police say. The girl, now 12, was discovered by her mother being raped in their Oklahoma City home January 13th, police said. The suspect was identified by police as Donovan Sheppard, who has coached youth baseball in the area for several years. Sheppard, who told officers he is HIV positive, was not wearing a condom when he was raping the girl, according to a criminal complaint.
So we're going to stop right there. So did y'all get a chance to... Yeah.
I can't even stomach that, man. That's horrible, man.
That's horrible, bro. That's like And I had to play this so people get an understanding, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Isn't that attempted murder?
See, that's what I wanted to know. I wanted to get everybody's opinion on what could it be? Because again, I don't know. I just know we're gonna keep on going, but I got 2 parts video to it. So again, 12-year-old. Now he admitted, and the little girl admitted to him not using no protection. First of all, like you said, to me, I think that's attempted murder because he knew what he had. I thought they're supposed to register or whatever the case. I don't know, bro.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy, bro? That's sick, man. That's sick. So we'll keep on going. I want y'all to see what y'all think on this.
Officers arrived, police said. The girl later told authorities about several similar incidents involving Sheppard, police said, adding that one of the occurrences was on the girl's 12th birthday. He raped me, the girl said, telling an interviewer it happened 6 times, according to the court records. Sheppard was charged with lewd molestation, rape by instrumentation, first-degree rape, exposing others to AIDS and pattern of criminal offenses, court records show. He was arrested January 13th and remains in the Cleveland County Jail as of Monday, January 22nd.
So we're going to start with that one. So what y'all think on that one?
One thing I gotta say is, this is mainly really for the mothers, man. The mothers out there. I feel like, the mothers sometimes they are a little too trustworthy people that they think that are, whether they're, a figure in their child's life, because at the end of the day, that man should have never had even been alone with that kid at any given time. If you a coach, if it's not on that field, that's one thing. But didn't they say this happened at her house, at the little girl house?
So I got a question to ask y'all. I'm gonna let King. I'm just curious. So that being said, do you think the mama? Because maybe the mama didn't know the mama intent was to hook up with him, but he played, and she crazy enough, and that shows again, like the women bringing men to your house that you do not know what they carrying, bro. That is crazy.
Exactly.
And then I want to bash some mothers about this, but I'm gonna say something, man. A lot of you mothers, y'all see a good looking man. He can be good looking to y'all. Y'all know nothing about him, and y'all bring him around your kids. I had women in my past. I had women in the past. They're like, yeah, you come on through. Is your kids there? Yeah, but I put them in bed or something like that. I'm like, nah, I'm good, Joe. You know what I mean? I don't want to be in a situation like that where as though I don't know your kids. I'm just me and you.
That's a fact.
What if your kids say? What if your kids say I did something to them?
See, and that's always been where, and a lot of dudes and them get mad. Let's go into that. A lot of dudes get mad and be like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm around your kids, but you got to remember those are not your kids. And when you do that, you're forcing a child to want to be your friend. My thing was, I just personally feel, let's play this other video so we get a little bit more clarity and we'll break this one down because I like the way this is going. This is sick.
This next story might be disturbing for some. An Oklahoma City man charged with molesting a young girl, possibly infecting her with HIV. An affidavit alleges Donovan Sheppard got into a fight at a bar in Moore last Saturday night. When he got home, he allegedly molested a young girl living there. She was 12.
See what I'm saying? So he had got into a bar fight, and then the mother brought him home?
Yeah.
It sounded like he lived there. They said when he got home.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you is the mother allowed him to come live there. That's what's blowing my mind. Was the mother getting smashed too?
Yeah, that's probably, of course she was.
Oh man.
Yeah. So the mother and the daughter both could have the what do they call it?
The HIV.
The HIV. The Batman forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's messed up.
The House of Virginia.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. So let's keep going here. What they say.
12 years old. The mother coming into the room would hold him at gunpoint until police arrived. Donovan told officials he is HIV positive. Allegedly, though, there were several other incidents involving Donovan molesting that young girl. He was arrested, now faces several charges. Some include rape of a minor and exposing others to AIDS.
See, exposing others. So, man, this dude been living there, man, spreading that, man. And then the little girl said on her 12th birthday, when she turned 12, so he waited to, I guess, I'm just assuming, we don't know as men out there world. Ladies, maybe y'all can leave a comment in there. Did he do that with his grooming process to wait till she go into womanhood? And that's even sicker. That's even sicker to
That's
wait
what
till
it
she
sounds like.
go into her cycle and then took advantage of that baby.
What's crazy is he'll be back out, and they got so many brothers up there in them jails that got nonviolent offenses or even other situations where it might have been their third strike, but might not have had nothing too crazy that they roof in them jails. That boy
Yeah.
be home within 7 to 10 years.
So do you think in that situation when he go to jail, they gonna separate him, right, in a different isolation because he got that here?
Yeah, he gonna be
No,
on the
they ain't
medical
gonna.
block, right?
They know they're not. They gonna isolate them. It's people all through the federal penitentiary and the state prison with that, man. They don't
I didn't
isolate
know
you
that.
unless they don't isolate you unless you're sick. You know what I'm saying? Then they isolate you. You just got they ain't isolating you.
I know they do got medical blocks in there for sure, but it also depends on what state he in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What state if he not just HIV positive, he got the full blown, they'll have him in a
Okay,
medical block. Yeah, get the
okay.
full blown. HIV positive, people can be HIV positive but won't have no signs of having it because the medicine they're taking. It makes them look like they don't have nothing.
Wow.
Man, man. But so my thing is when, man, I mean, he blatantly just admitted, yeah, I got it, and I didn't even use. Like you said, boy, none of those charges even relate to anything that talks about attempted murder.
Nope. Well, it should though. It should be attempted murder. In some states, that'd be considered attempted murder.
Yeah,
In most states, man, I heard about people getting attempted murder for that.
and
But
that's and that,
they only get like 5 years.
yeah, and that's with adults. If they doing it with other adults, this guy done did it to a minor. You like people
And
get
her mother. And her
yeah,
mother.
Yeah,
people
I think a mother definitely. But it's okay. So during that time, all right, do you applaud the mother for pulling the gun? You think that's why I think why she pulled the gun. Okay, so she caught them in the act. So she pulled a gun on him to hold him there.
Yeah.
But she's the one that brought the predator in her
yeah.
home.
That was her fault for bringing him there, and that was also her fault for not putting his brains over that wall. At the end of the
Yeah,
day, if I'm coming in the house, you know, whether you a mother or a father, if
salute.
you see that happening, you gonna black out. Especially like I notice, you know what I'm saying, everything you gonna get lightheaded, your head gonna start spinning. That thing
Uh-huh.
already in your hand. I'm not waiting for no enforcement or nothing. Now everything about to, you know, get torn apart.
Man, that's crazy. That's like the to me, man, you got to be a man. And that's what I'm saying. Like, man, why in the world, man, again, why people got to do people? I mean, that's a 12 man. Listen, bro, that's who I mentor. I mentor 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds, 13-year-olds. I just could not imagine.
That's
Yo,
wild.
but for myself, I gotta get back to work. I just want to come and show you love
Man,
and
thank
couch
you,
your
Born
class
King.
much
well.
love and respect, bro.
Yo, hey, yo, my brother Krossyourheart got SB Twins, the HUD block in here.
You
Yo,
already
y'all
know, boy.
make sure y'all subscribe to everybody's channel, man. We be doing big things this year, man. We getting
Definitely.
back on the grind. But yo, thank
Definitely.
you, Cross, for having me up here. SB, thank you,
You
You
bro.
already
are
know,
you
King.
already much love, Born. I'm gonna hit
All
you
right,
up.
I'll talk to you later. Hit me when you get off.
I bet.
One.
All right.
One.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man. And Twiz, I just think that's crazy. Us as fathers. So just I mean, okay, imagine, and I'm playing a scenario. Imagine the parents are separated,
Mm-hmm.
right? Is that like a lot of times as men, that's always our biggest fear, like Bourne said, bringing kids around somebody. So
Yeah,
imagine how, as a father, the father would feel about that.
yeah. That you know that it's just oh man, you can't stomach it, and who knows what state the father is in. The father could even be deceased for all we know. You know, it could go any type of way, and it's unfortunate that You know, for instance, like you said, you help the youth out and stuff like that and things of that nature. But there are unfortunately some people that's not genuine like you that will try to prey on, like single mothers at like gullible states and not even just preying on them to become a part of their life, but they are getting close to them to have their guard down for their children and
That's
things of
right.
that nature. So, it just shows you how sick this world is. And, that it happens every day. The women need to be very, very careful.
Right. Salute, John. We got John in the building. Salute.
Ja, much love and respect.
Peace to the gods.
Yeah,
Ja,
this is crazy. Yeah, it's definitely crazy, man. And I can't believe, I just can't believe this. So Ja, we were just talking about it. Salute the King of New Jersey. King was on here earlier, just about a couple of minutes. I appreciate him coming on. But what we're talking about is what happened in Oklahoma City. A youth baseball coach, which what ended up happening was, I guess, man, well, I know what happened. The mother, let me play it. Let me let you hear what they said.
True indeed.
Check this out.
This next story might be disturbing for some. An Oklahoma City man charged with molesting a young girl, possibly infecting her with HIV. An affidavit alleges Donovan Sheppard got into a fight at a bar in Moore last Saturday night. When he got home, he allegedly molested a young girl living there. She was 12 years old. The mother, coming into the room, would hold him at gunpoint until police arrived. Donovan told officials he is HIV positive. Allegedly, though, there were several other incidents involving Donovan molesting that young girl. He was arrested, now faces several charges. Some include rape of a minor and exposing others to AIDS.
There you go, Ja. And that's the one part of it. So basically, I guess the guy, I'm starting to get it. It might have been his daughter. I ain't gonna say his daughter. I don't want to assume. Maybe his daughter had a sleepover, but the man had been messing with this 12-year-old. Well, he messed with her when she was 12 on her birthday, and the mama came in. He got to arguing at a bar. The mama, I guess, walked in or went back to the bar, whatever it was, but walked in, seen him S.A.ing this young child, and then come to find out that he admit that he had the HIV. And here's the other part of it, and I'll play this
Covers her 12-year-old daughter being raped by man with HIV, Oklahoma cops say. A 39-year-old HIV-positive man is accused of repeatedly raping a girl beginning when she was 11, Oklahoma police say. The girl, now 12, was discovered by her mother being raped in their Oklahoma City home January 13th, police said. The suspect was identified by police as Donovan Sheppard, who has coached youth baseball in the area for several years. Sheppard, who told officers he is HIV positive, was not wearing a condom when he was raping the girl, according to a criminal complaint. The child's mother held Sheppard at gunpoint until officers arrived, police said. The girl later told authorities about several similar incidents involving Sheppard, police said, adding that one of the occurrences was on the girl's 12th birthday. He raped me, the girl said, telling an interviewer it happened 6 times, according to the court record.
Let's stop right there.
Dang.
That's another thing I just want to say real quick before I know you about to tap in on it, John, which is also to the point where Cross, you had dropped some real gems on me. That time we was talking on the phone for about an hour, and we was also talking about, how you talk to your children and things, don't ever shoot them down. And also with that being said, you want that relationship with your children. I got 5 of our own, so every day between me and my wife, we talk to our kids individually. Like, how was your day? My wife all the time, when my sons come home from school, did anybody do anything to you? Did anybody say anything to you?
Yeah.
So that means it was also a lack of communication where the mother was just feeling as though everything was fine. You mean to tell me
you're preaching now.
You mean to tell me the first time, the second time, the third time that this happened, you didn't see any changes in your daughter? You didn't see any type of, she might normally play with these toys or might normally do this. All of a sudden, you're going to see some type of drastic change. She might not want to watch her favorite TV show. She might be laying in the bed throughout the day. We have to be aware of these things as parents. It is very, very important. So I also feel as though she probably ignored the signs, but then also might have started noticing something. Because for her to have came in there with her firearm out, that obviously she might have had some type of suspicion. I can't really tell, but I
Right.
can guarantee that it was signs that she should have noticed earlier.
Now I like the way you looked at it from that. And that's so true because again, at 12, she's going through that woman stage, and maybe she didn't feel like I just watched a movie. Me and my wife watched a movie the other night where this woman kept downing her daughter, kept downing her daughter. Her daughter was doing all this other stuff, but around when she was downing her niece, but she wouldn't down her daughter. So her niece was telling her daughter's the one that's doing all this bad stuff, and she the one sneaking out the house. The mama wouldn't admit it. The mama wouldn't admit it, and then the boyfriend almost killed the daughter because she was so infatuated with the boy. And the mama never sat back and asked her, you know, what's going on with you? Or most time parents don't see those type of signs because there's no way, like you said, I would have been looking to see this man that comes in my house, what kind of relationship it is. That's why I say he's too close to her to try to build a relationship. Is not her father, but he's not even taking time. He's too comfortable around her, and she's doing too much. So yeah, Jai, you want to laugh on that one?
Well, first and foremost, you always look at the first line of defense, which is the parent. Secondly, you look at the child. Thirdly, you look at the condition. The parent, the mother, it's clear she had her own preset suspicions. However, those suspicions are, often compounded. You have just the maturization of the young girl going into her teenage adolescent stages. And in our society now, our children have been bombarded or have been allowed to have access to adult content in their everyday living, which allows them to have an interest in advanced living and thinking. That they used to call that being fast or trying to be grown when we were younger. However, the daughter and the mother have their own relationship that they're studying with each other. And the daughter, of course, has an outside access of information and support and influence called the internet. And the society in which we live in, that's already a mindset that the average parent is fighting against. She has this man in her environment. The man has to be either a family member, friend, or the mother's man, because he has intimate access. So the mother was already under the suspicion. I believe she just waited until she had proof. And I believe there was already prior confrontation with the mother and the daughter. And a girl, will unknowingly, unwittingly, support or defend that experience when it comes to the mother's challenge. In some cases, in some instances, you got to remember, he's making her feel a certain way.
Right.
And predators are specialists in making the prey feel a certain way. That's why it was repetitive.
Remember when Oprah said that? Oprah said it has to feel good. If you're going to victimize, it needs to feel. I was like, what? It needs to feel. You got to if you're going to victimize them, if you're a good person to victimize people, it has to feel good as you're victimizing them, and like it's not nothing. And that's crazy.
If you look at it, she said the encounter was at least 6 times.
Yes.
That mean it could have been incremental, meaning that he did it in stages. The first time it could have been just the convincing that this can be a romantic encounter. The second time, is now we have a physical encounter from a kiss and fondling or whatever he does. And then the third time, he's dealing with all out, whatever allowance of sex that he give. You feel me?
Yeah.
And you're dealing with a child and experience. So that influence gives her, it actually feeds her youthful vanity. That's what creates the situation with her and her mom. The reason her mom had to make sure she investigate to catch their ass. See, now that you're caught, it's a bad thing. But my man would have kept going on and on and on. He would have had that girl impregnated.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about it. Now this girl's life is, and let's hope, well, again, 6 times, and he admitted it. And that little girl don't know that my life is ruined. It's over. I might have to go through, once I realize that 12-year-old don't realize as a child. And again, like you say, and like Hood say, not having a communication with your parents, that's the thing that scares me. Where your child go off and do it. Now the parent, regardless, will end up. I know if I was I would blame myself for one, not having that strong relationship.
You know, the number one problem with our people in our community right now, bro, is that we have a generational divide. So society influences that you really don't need or don't have to obey the format, the blueprint, the structure that your family has, that your parents have. And we have to take a responsibility to that, because that's how society and how we have, some of us have advanced that as well by being emotionally ignorant to our responsibilities. Children aren't supposed to be doing what adults are doing. So it's real sickening when we see our children being victimized by sexual predators. But in the same light, we hold the cultural activity of our children should be outspoken. Our children should be expressive without regard, when in reality, they can only express what they know, and they only know what they've been taught, and they only been taught what they've been influenced. So are we the key influencers? And that stood as an obstacle, I believe, in the mother being able to factualize and detect what was actually going on. Because children now are rebellious against that.
So I got a question to ask y'all. And Hood said something. Hood said, man, after 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 6 times, my question to y'all is, when do y'all, we just assuming here. When do you think, because this is the mother, not the father. The father would have been on it probably, if the father was there, we don't know. But my question to you is, when do y'all think she might have realized?
Prior.
I'm gonna let Hood talk. I'm gonna let Hood say, and then I'm gonna let you answer to that, John.
A lot of times with stuff like that, which we also got to remember that, this guy was a coach. So we know that, younger girls, even, younger boys, a lot of times might have crushes on older people, like they call it like an innocent crush or something like that. So after this guy came in and, manipulated this little girl, eventually I think that the mother probably noticed a change in their bonding. For instance,
behavior.
She might be a little too happy with him. She might be, sitting up under him a lot more than normally. You know what I mean? She might be saying, "Oh, can he take me to here? You know what I mean? Can he do this with me or something like that?" So she might have had the mother's intuition, like, why is all of a sudden she really is up under this guy now? You know what I'm saying? That's just a suggestion I got.
Now you right on point, Hood. Like it's the behavior, it's the feminine nature. See, once she start interacting with this guy and get a confidence because she likes it, it's just like any of us. Whenever we had sex for the first time, we like it.
Right.
It's supposed to feel good, especially when you go through the process. It's just that this grown man created the process with a child and convinced the child, because mentally, of course, he abused her body, which is child, still in his pubescent stages, 11 and 12. You're really a pedophile to the extreme, bro. However, he convinced her by attacking her emotions first. And that's what a man naturally does. When he interacts with a woman, she pays attention to his logical being. He pays attention to her emotional compass, and they both figure out a strategy on how they're going to receive pleasure from each other. However, when you're the victim, you don't know that you're thinking like that because someone influenced that without your own authority, without your own desire. So naturally, he is who he is, and she fell victim to him. But she has to admit that as well. And that's where you damage a child so bad, bro. Because now she don't know the difference. She'll go through life, if she don't have the proper intervention, she'll go through life, bro, believing that either a man is supposed to do this for me in order for me to be right with him, or he is no good. And I don't want no man at all. You just ruin her, bro. And because of that, in Islam, the penalty for rape is death.
Right.
Because you have killed someone.
Yeah, you definitely killed her spirit, her everything, her well-being. And then as she get older and knowing that she's got to go through taking this medication that she didn't deserve having this medication. And like I said, a mama, I bet you. And then the fact that, again, in order for that child to come in that house, that mama had to in order for that man to come in the house, that mama had to let that man in.
Well, you got it, like Hood said, once she started interacting with him, the mom could just be driving her to school. She started talking about Coach Davis. See? Oh, he's so smart. He's so strong. He does this. He does that. And mom said, hold up. You're pretty close to him more than what you should be. Or he walks in the room and she has the feminine reaction. She just lights up. See? And mom see that. And mom was waiting for it. And if dad was around, he wouldn't be around.
Right.
So he had to be playing a role of the confidant, either a role of dad, or a role of a family authority in some manner.
So probably started off like a mentor, then went to uncle, and then went to best friend, BFF type.
And y'all hit it on the nose right there. That's what, like I was saying earlier, that the father could be dead. You know what I'm saying? For all we know, and this could have been somebody that was around, but this story happened over and over. John could have swore we did a stream on Born channel probably a few months ago, and it was like a similar situation where somebody a mother was just comfortable and left her daughter around somebody, and this type of things happen every day. You know what I mean? So it's like really a wake up call. It's no having your guard down, and nobody should be around your minor child alone as an adult in no circumstances.
Right. See the rules. That's the problem. We're not living within the construct of cultural law. That's what religion is supposed to be for. Religion is supposed to give you the design, concept, and structure for you to live a life disciplined for what's right. So when you're doing what's right, security is a part of your life. That's a part of the nature of the man. You're supposed to protect, profess, and provide. Them 3 P's is essential for manhood. Make sure you provide for the family. Make sure you teach the family by professing to them, and make sure you protect the family with everything down to your life. And we don't live like that no more, bro. Or these men would be afraid to do that in our communities, even if the father wasn't home. Right. You would be afraid to do that in our community because we would get you and deal with you as all other civilized communities do. It's just that we live in a wicked environment, bro. And we need to be more responsive and more responsible.
No, you're right about this. So so everybody that's coming in and people been tapping in, we're talking about the Oklahoma City coach, Donovan Sheppard, which he ended up essaying or had tried to create a false relationship with a 12-year-old. The mother caught him, held him at gunpoint, and later found out that he had been R-ing this young baby, at least 6 times, and he had the HIV. So we're gonna play this audio back one more time. We'll let the brothers speak, and then we're gonna get on up out of here.
raped by mom discovers her 12-year-old daughter being raped by man with HIV, Oklahoma cops say. A 39-year-old HIV positive man is accused of repeatedly raping a girl beginning when she was 11. Oklahoma.
Okay, there it is. That's what I wanted to hear. So he was 39. He groomed her at 11. So he started grooming her at 11. He started having intercourse with her at 11 years old. And he was 39. Sick mug, boy. Let's keep going.
Police say. The girl, now 12, was discovered by her mother being raped in their Oklahoma City home January 13th, police said. The suspect was identified by police as Donovan Sheppard, who has coached youth baseball in the area for several years. Sheppard, who told officers he is HIV positive, was not wearing a condom when he was raping the girl, according to a criminal complaint. The child's mother held Sheppard at gunpoint until officers arrived, police said. The girl later told authorities about several similar incidents involving Sheppard, police said, adding that one of the occurrences was on the girl's 12th birthday. He raped me.
Man. So he planned on it, but he was already doing it at 11. So her saying, so that lets me know it was more than 6 times. What y'all think?
Factual. And they had birthday sex.
Come on, man.
And they speaking to absolve her of culpability. She definitely is innocent of the influence, but she assimilated to the participation. And because of that, that's what makes the crime so egregious, bro. And I wanted to add, the mother is combating, a multi fronts of defense, bro. Like we got to do better, because if we weren't allowing Sexy Reds and Sukiyanas and Megan Thee Stallions and them to be such of a sexual influence of debauchery, bro, our daughters will be better. They would be less receptive to these type of advances, bro.
But we also got to remember that we can't jump to conclusions because we don't know what her position was. We could assume that, that she just got manipulated. But we also got to look at the point that when guys, older men, do these things to minors or even grown women, they put that fear in their heart. You say something, I'm gonna do this to your mom and you. You say something, so we don't know. We don't know what the situation was. It don't mean that he could have just seduced her and she might have, was going along with it or something like that. One thing for sure, two things for certain, her brain is nowhere near fully developed.
No.
So it's easy for a man to come in that house. He's 39 years old. To put that fear in her heart, bad enough the mom is leaving her alone with this man. I can do this to you right now. I can KI you right now. I don't want to say certain words on here, but
right.
And that's what they do. They put fear into these kids where, at the end of the day, that could also be another lane. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta keep that in consideration. It don't mean that she was a fast young lady. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I definitely agree that that's often a scenario. And when we take that into consideration, we look at the other variables. See, she comes from a mother that doesn't have that passive personality. So mom already is familiar with the still, and she know that. Just like I grew up in a home with a woman that was familiar with the still and already knew the penalty or what other people would get. So when you threaten that in that environment, mom was about it. Mom wasn't playing no jokes. And if the police probably wouldn't arrived long enough, or there had been a confrontation, mom would have squeezed off a full clip on him. So, like I said, you're absolutely correct. That's definitely one plane of the scenarios that could have happened. But I'm just looking at the other side of the social variable on how our children now think, because we've been exposed to such vulgarity of sexual experiences through music, through videos, through video games, through just simple culture. So in that, it's easier for our young girls to be seduced in a demonic and wicked fashion because of these variables, which is what I'm saying leads us to being responsible for what we expose our children to, because we shouldn't have 6-year-old first graders talking about ski in their ABCs.
That's true.
That's the type of culture that leads to the vulnerability of our girls, because they already been prepared with a mantra in their brain culturally to accept.
So basically, what you're saying is they're pre-programming the traumatization. So when it does happen,
there's less resistance.
It's the norm, right? It's the norm. Because the first thing they're going to say is, "Wait a minute." Just like when John was saying, and like Hood, like he said, you're right and John's right, because perception is going to say, well, the mama was promiscuous, so therefore the daughter automatically got to be it. But that ain't necessarily like, but you said, Hood, which is could be true, is, man, what if he knew that the mama didn't really, I ain't gonna say give a damn at first, but wasn't paying attention? Because I just truly feel like the mama ruined her life because she was messing with that dude. I just cannot see the mama was not messing with that dude.
Absolutely.
I agree, the mom, but the mom didn't know. And when I say that, the mom's reaction wasn't passive. It was natural.
That's true.
See, and that's where I applaud the mother for being a mother.
She would have grabbed that pistol when she seen him in that bed with her. She went right back in there. She argued and said, "What are you doing? I can't believe you did this."
She set him up. She set him up. That's how she caught him.
I disagree. I cannot applaud the mother, because the mother's job.
I like that. Break it down for us, Hood. I like that.
A mother's job is to protect their children. If there's no father around, a mother that's on point is not going to, for instance, let's say the mother is dating. It's no way in hell that this man should ever be in the house alone with your daughter. It's no way in hell that he should even be sitting in her room reading her a bedtime story while the mom is laid up. It's none of that. This is me and you. This is our relationship. This is us. Keep that separated from your kid. And what I would never applaud her for is that she pulled out a gun and didn't knock his head off for something that she led to exist. Her bringing that man in that house is the reason that man was able to do that. So now you messed up. I don't care if I got to do 150 years in jail, which she wouldn't have, because 9 times out of 10, she was licensed for that.
I think what Hood said, might as well lay him down.
You might as well lay him down. She had every right to do it. He was in her house, assaulting her child.
Yep. Assaulting her child.
She had every right in the law to get him done, and she didn't. I wouldn't have waited for the cops for him to get a 10-year sentence and to be walking around in there like he was dealing with depression or other things like that, and they give him a smack on the wrist, and now he's back out. You know what I mean? By the time her daughter is 22, this man to be walking the streets again. I highly disagree. I could never give her no type of applause, because she did everything that a mother shouldn't do. She left her guard down, found this man in action, had a firearm in her hand, and held him there. No, everything is over now. Because as a parent now, you have to take responsibility for what you allowed to come in your house, for you allowed your guard to be down. So if that meant for her having to sit in jail for 20 years, then that was the sacrifice that you had to make for putting your daughter in that position. And not only did he do that to her, he could possibly have gave her something that could possibly take her life and cut years off of her life. And that daughter she's ruined now.
I got a question to double back on that, and I like the way he said that. Now, is it safe? Again, I'm just using the scenario with the woman.
Cross, before we got away from it, I wanted to rebut real quick.
It's really added. It's really added to it. I'm gonna let you. So include this as well. Why she didn't do it? Do you think it's because she loved that guy? Now go ahead, John. I'm throwing that part in. Why she didn't let him go?
Right. Well, I want to address definitely what Hood said. See, prior I stated that had it been a man with the gun, had it been a father with the gun, had it been a man would have done physically what's logically reasonable in this instance with a mother that actually waited to catch for proof. See, often when a daughter is being abused, there's some suggestions to the mother. There's two dynamics to it. There's some suggestions to the mother, and some mothers are confronted, especially when that man is involved with the mother. The daughter is quick to confront the mother. Hey, such and such and such, or daddy and did this, this, and that. By suggestion. The mother often, according to our dynamic in the Black community, often that statement is confronted with ignorance, meaning that the mother speaks to the daughter if it's as if the daughter is trying to take her man or disrupt the situation that the man that she has chosen is in, not believing the daughter, in other words, from the initial encounter. Thus, it leaves the daughter with her own defense without help. That's the other side of that. And in this case, the mother didn't have those suspicions from the daughter because she caught them together. When the mother confronted the man, I don't know where the anger or her emotional state at, but we know this is a clear thinking woman because of the process. She held him at gunpoint and called the cops. She did what she believed which was right. Meaning that if she would have bust off on that man, now it's their word against his, or however, the body is there. She has to defend that. Perhaps this woman by herself, to where she has gotten her life, knows the value of what would happen beyond that. Because most of our sisters, bro, according to statistics, 8 out of 10 has had some type of molestation experience in their upbringing. So all of us that we, men, speak clearly about what we would do and how we would do it. I believe she, as a mother, she thought properly and concisely to put herself in the position that she is in without killing a man in front of her daughter or killing a man that she may already know that her daughter has an emotional investment in as well, which is the other side to that. So it's layers.
A parent won't look at it like their child got any type of emotional investment with an adult. A mother is not going to come in there like, oh, maybe she had feelings for this man too. So that's something that wouldn't go through a parent head.
No. I'm saying she considered the collateral damage. That's what I'm saying. Not to the exact. We're speaking speculative. So what I'm saying is that she think beyond the moment, which is why she held him at gunpoint and called the cops. Otherwise, if she would have reacted just off of sheer emotion, she would have did what some people would have done, which is squeezed off. However, we all know who Mr. Donovan is now, and Mr. Donovan is going to face the court of law that she would have had to face had she bust off without proper evidence.
So question I got for you, question I got for both of y'all, and I'm gonna play on Hood's side on this. Now, Ja, okay, like you said, she did everything that she saw as a woman, her going through whatever the case may be. But what if he mess around and they go to court and like Hood say, what do you do when you find out this man get 5 years and 5 years probation and don't get life? Because there was not an attempted murder charge put on the child. I mean, on him.
Yes, no. It is attempted murder. HIV positive. That's attempted murder.
No, they read the charges.
Hey, Google that.
I know that.
You knowingly have sex with someone and you HIV positive. That's been a law for a long time in America.
Listen, no, that's true, but I want you to listen to what they said the charges was.
Oh yeah,
that's what we were saying, right? So let's go right here.
He was arrested, now faces several charges. Some include rape of a minor and exposing others to AIDS.
Okay, so it just rape of a minor and exposing others to AIDS. Now listen.
First-degree rape, exposing others to AIDS and pattern with lewd molestation, rape by instrumentation. He raped me, the girl said, telling an interviewer it happened 6 times, according to the court records. Sheppard was charged with lewd molestation, rape by instrumentation, first-degree rape, exposing others to AIDS and pattern of criminal offenses, court records show. He was arrested January 13th and remains in the Cleveland County Jail as of Monday, January 22nd.
See,
Right.
rape hard by instrumentation, but it's not. There's nothing on there. That's why I was confused. When are they going to say that's an attempted murder? Unless what? She doesn't have it.
Well, all he has to do is have it.
But he has it, and
that's my point. That's my point. All he got to do is have it. That he had a charge on there that I'm interested in is rape by instrumentation.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I ain't don't let that. Yeah, don't let that fly over your head.
Yeah, don't let that bar go over your head.
Yeah, he's a pedophile on a whole nother level, bro.
Hey, that's one of them murder moot bars. You got to go back and play back.
He is on another level.
Criminal offenses. Court records show. He was arrested January 13th and remains in the Cleveland was on the girl's 12th birthday. He raped me, the girl said, telling an interviewer it happened 6 times, according to the court records. Sheppard was charged with lewd molestation, rape by instrumentation, first-degree rape, exposing.
Can I ask?
Yeah, by go ahead.
No, a point John made earlier. Now, if let's say this little girl was to the point where it was like to the point where let's just say she had a crush on this older man, you know, right. And they always say that, like, you know, girls are more advanced than men, you know, as far as growing up. Now, right. Let's say if they question this little girl and she say that he never forced his way on her or nothing like that, does that take him out of the fire more than him just going in there and, you know, like getting physical with her or something like that?
Nope. Nope. She's at 13. That's when states in America, I believe it's Montana or Wyoming, is when you start being able to have what they call conscious consent. Bro, she 11 years old. You are a pedophile. That's what your ass is. There's no exemption. The only way y'all had sexual interaction is that you influenced it.
Right.
You enforced it. And according to the charges, you enforced it. Now, of course, you're right, though. I can see easily the daughter having that type of reaction.
Yes.
Based upon our social temperature, bro. I can easily see that happening.
That's real.
That's why the mother was careful in how she did it. Mother wasn't foolish.
That's the reason why I'm saying this was the reason why I'm saying she was careful how she did it, because she was smashing him.
Yes.
Yeah.
She had to be smashing him for him to be there, bro.
She acted it was more so to me out of shock than anger, because we all know we all grew up in
exactly,
and we know from growing up, whether you had a single mother household, whether you was raised by your grandmom, that you could be out there in them trenches, and the older guys in the mix.
Hood, you just said it. You said it.
You know how we might have an issue. It might be older guys. These guys could be the gangsters from around the way, and we kids. And what is our parents going to do? Our mom is going right out there straight at them. Don't you put your hands on my son? Don't you do this? Don't you do that? So, it's a bigger reaction than the anger of being, like, I know this guy. I know I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. Oh my gosh, what should I do? Just stay right here. I'm calling the police. So her action was more of an in shock. I don't know what to do. I was in love with this guy. I thought he was the one. He was great. And you know what I'm saying? All of this stuff seemed to have been circulating in her house. I mean, in her head. And
I hate to cut you off, Hood. And I think that I ain't gonna give her. I ain't gonna say that and put that on her. Maybe she knew something. She just wasn't. She was green. But I think when it came out that he admitted he had it, that's when it was like, whoa. Because I think at first I'm gonna give this woman the benefit of the doubt to say why he was living there for that whole time she didn't know. I'm hoping and praying from 11 all the way up that she did not know that man had HIV.
Now remember, he admitted that to the cops, according to their alleged testimony, versus her. And like what Hood said, which is why I referred to earlier, you got to remember when she came, whenever she caught them, she had them at gunpoint. Now, if in fact he's the man that she believed he was, then of course, like I said, she had to get that emotion in check, bro.
Yeah.
Because let's say she caught them in a certain way that wasn't, maybe he was doing something of their sexual behavior and it wasn't actual, he's actually on top of her at the moment when they caught her, that she caught her. She just knows she caught him. Now her emotions first is, I got to get past the heartbreak of the fact that I chose somebody that I exposed my child to. Now, do I shoot him or do I get past the emotional compass so that this nigga did this? This is who this person is, because that's a shock as well. Now you have to decide whether or not you're going to kill him, because if you love him or got love for him, which she most likely have to have for him to have seduced her as well, to be in the presence you have the authority of presence with your daughter. Right. So now you have to deal with that. And the best thing you could do is, nigga, I love you. I ain't going to kill you, but I'm going to put you away. Now she held him at gunpoint, which shows that she wasn't afraid to deal with this nigga. She just knew what was best for her at that moment, which, like I said, my father, the last thing I seen my father did, Cross, right. Kill a man. That's been with me my whole life, bro. I became that guy. You feel me? So I'm just saying that from a parental perspective and experience, like what happens to you in front of you, bro, when you're young matters later as well, especially if it's not dealt with.
Okay, and I got this last one for both of y'all. Now, Hood used the example of if she got on there and she told them that she was in love with him, would it change? Now, I got another scenario. What if that Donovan guy goes in there and because he told the police straight up and he says, well, yeah, the mother knew that. She already knew. She knew what was going on anyway. She was, she was cool. And he's switching on her and bring her down with him. Would the mama get charged? Do you think the mama could get charged?
He know that ain't gonna work.
If he says, the mother knew I had that thing. So then she's putting her child in danger in that house when that's not even a relative.
He know that ain't gonna work because guess what, Cross? That ain't the only victim that Donovan got.
I think if the mother wouldn't have called the cops how she did, then maybe he could have had a chance to try to drag her in it. But they're gonna look at it. They're gonna look at the process that she took of calling the police for holding them gunpoint and things of that nature. So
that's true.
She was wise.
And the fact and I'm gonna say this, I'm pretty much sure I'm gonna go on her side based off the evidence that she didn't know. Because why? Because he was a teacher at the school.
Yeah.
See, so that gives me another notion. She just didn't know. And then when he got arrested for it, because like you said, ain't the only one, he had to say, hey man, listen, I got the HIV. Just letting y'all know, I've been had it, and in the school probably gonna look crazy. And like you say, now it's gonna be an open can of worms because now they finna go interview or hopefully they can talk to them kids. And I ain't gonna say I hope, pray she the only one, but I hope that nobody else was affected. Put it like that. I hope no one was affected at that school.
Hey, Cross, where they at? Oklahoma?
Yes.
Ohio,
well,
I think.
Yeah. The CDC says federal law is general criminal statutes such as reckless endangerment and attempted murder can be used to criminalize behaviors that potentially expose another to HIV or any STD. And they have it listed HIV is attempted murder. Because we all know what happens when you get that. See? Now that's why the mother, she couldn't have known then. So maybe the cops was right. He told them. See, because that's what they say. He told them that he was HIV positive. See, because if the mother would have known that, her emotional reaction would have been different because she would have known. She would have said, "Hey, you gave it to me."
No, but I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in there now. And this, I promise, the last question. I want y'all to speak on it so we can go. I gotta go up to school. But my question to y'all is: do you think the mama told the 12? Now again, I'm just speaking the 12-year-old because in the thing is it quoted, he R'd me. The girl said, telling the interviewer it happened 6 times.
Yeah, so with her saying it happened 6 times, it sounds like the daughter not explaining it as,
That's
maybe,
R. Yeah, they're not.
yeah,
It's not like she's claiming it's R. She put it in
yeah.
quotes. That came from the mama or an adult like us. But if she had it 6 times being R, that's what I'm saying. But then it
And,
goes back to what Hood said. Maybe he was threatening her. You see what I'm saying? I don't
mhm.
know, but
I told you
But
how he did it. He was
but
incremental, like his
go ahead,
stages.
Hood. I know Hood was gonna say something, and then you say
and
something, John, before we get out
and
of
I
here.
and back to when I said he threatened her, that leads back to what I said. When normally something is done like that unwillingly from a man that age to a child that age, you should see a drastic change in her behavior. Either the mom wasn't on point for signs, or it wasn't like a corrupted, like for instance, when something like that happens, that person is corrupted, let alone the child. We talking, laying around the bed more. She might be shaking, she might be jumpy, you know, you can
Attitude.
yeah, things change a lot to where as though when a young man or a young woman, when they lose their virginity and it's accepted that this happens, now they start thinking they more grown. Now you seeing her, she's putting lipstick on, she's doing things. Oh, I want to, you know what I mean? That now, so it was one type of change that she made that if any signs was being picked up was from the mother. So like I said, if he forced herself, then I think she would have been more corrupted behavior. Like, oh, she normally watch this show every day at 3 o'clock. She hasn't been doing that within the past 3 weeks. She's not eating like she normally eats. You're going to see some type of change. So now that's the big question right there. To what did the mom notice? Were there any changes? Those are big factors on what was taking place.
Right. I agree. As I mentioned earlier, that the mother had to deal with a litany of variables that come from her daughter being that age at that time. See, at the same time that was happening is when also a girl started doing what we call, smelling themselves. You understand? So
Yeah,
if you grew up with any siblings, and see this is another factor. Did she have siblings in the home? See, which is another instance that the mother has, why it comes back to the family, bro. You need a man there for balance, not no nigga, a father. See, we need to be more responsible in what we're doing as a culture, as a community, bro. So that even if it's not that man there, like nigga, you can't be around my nieces and nephews, bro, and my family, not without us. See, because if we don't vet you, you're not allowed to be around here, bro.
that's right.
And that's a problem that we have. And it goes right, as I look at this situation, as horrible as it is, bro, I look at the accountability of our lack or failure to be a community. We got to become community, bro. That way we protect each other. We will be protecting our women at all costs. It's the most valuable thing that we have, bro. There's no us without them, especially our babies, man.
No, that's real. So, man, I appreciate you brothers coming on, man. This was another great bill. Appreciate y'all
Absolutely.
breaking it down from every angle. And again, that's what we do. There's no right or wrong. There's no hypothetical. It's either right or wrong, up or down, left or right, night or day. So we get it from every perspective. And I appreciate y'all kings coming on here. I'm gonna let Hood say where y'all can find them at. Y'all comment, share, subscribe. I'm gonna let Hood speak, and I'm gonna let John end it out on that.
For sure, for sure. First and foremost, man, it's always much love and respect, Cross. I appreciate you having me on the panel. It's an honor. And also shout out to my brother Job, man. We always have great convos, and it comes from all different angles. And before I close out, you know where y'all can find me at. This stream right here, if it's not dedicated to anybody else, it's definitely dedicated to the single mothers that come across this. For those of y'all that's doing your thing, we salute y'all. But don't let your guard down. Don't become hypnotized when we replace that H with a D. You know what I'm saying? Don't become blind because this guy got charisma, he's good looking, he might have money, whatever it is that's throwing you off. Be very careful for who you bring in your household, or sometimes for who household you move into. So definitely keep doing y'all thing, but y'all can find me on YouTube at the Hood Blogger, Instagram at SV Twiz, man. Much love and respect to everybody.
Much love, Hood.
Ja?
You already know. Cross, man, I just like to give peace and blessings, man, to the chat, definitely. Y'all keep us going, man. Y'all make what we do right. We can't create, we can't innovate without the inspiration that y'all give us. But definitely to my brothers, man, on this panel. Hood, you give me an inspiration every day, man. I know the fort is in good hands. You heard? Wherever I go, however I do it, man. Fort is in excellent hands, man. And Cross, that's just my brother, man. He's just my other hand to the other arm, man, 100%. And we got to keep it like that, bro, because my motto is the only hood is the brotherhood. And if we ain't got that, then we ain't no good. You feel me? So my sisters, just know that though there's real brothers out here, there's real men out here, there's real fathers out here, and every man that's a father is a man that's a brother, and every brother is a man that's another. So we got to make sure we keep another connected to us while we being brothers. So we got y'all. Y'all just got to have trust and confide in the fact that some of us really are men. We will protect you with everything we got. We will advance you with everything we got. And we'll strive to provide in a world that makes it hard to provide for with what we got. But just know we're out here. And if you have sons, connect your sons with the circles of those that are doing, not the circles of those that are just showing and talking. The ones that are doing, it's easily seen. Just take your time and study it. Study every man and study every woman before you interact with them. And I leave that to say, I love my family. I love my people. I'm unapologetically Black 365, 24/7. It ain't no denying that. It's the only way to survive. Peace.
And on that note, man, I appreciate y'all, brothers, man. Again, we had a great show. Hit that notification bell, man. You can find me everywhere on Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, all the great spots, man. Again, Facebook, some other stuff I can't remember right now. But yeah, Rumble, I think Rumble. I'm working on that right now. So that being said, y'all know what it is, man.